Okay, it's 9:53 starting. Just moving in to mark up my chart. Literally go in from yesterday's session and I copy the little markers I use. It's a bit clunky, but it works. I can make a little group of them here. Put into here. Yellow one. And a purple one. Green is for basically top resistance. Red is a broken structure on a 5 minute, and red solid line is a break on the 1 minute. I don't use the dotted line very much, just time to time. Basically yellow's caution, purple's just my normal indicating structure. I just use it to create zones. So bear with me for a sec here while I just move all these into play. Unfortunately, you have to highlight each one and then keep your finger on control to get them to all highlight to move them. And given we're on a 30-minute chart here, I just need to get them into a place that's pretty close. Otherwise, I'll lose sight of them. So I'll go down to the 5 minute. There they all are there. Shrink her up a little bit. And we're in another situation today where we just made a new high. I'll just tighten that up. This goes down there. If you put them too far to the right, you can't get them on the 1 minute chart. And they just won't let you do just a straight line. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, but anyway. Don't always use all of these. So I'll just leave them sit off to the side and get them when we need them. So all I'm doing is I'm purely trading structure on the pink line, on the pink 1 minute SMA. I follow structure, pink 1 SMA, nothing fancy. There's the new high. I use the pink line, vertical line, just as a mover up and down of the high. And clearly that's where the high is. Now structure on this little leg here is up. Got up, high, 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 low, high, 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 low, another high, 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 low, high, high. So then quickly we can do a quick run around. And obviously structure's up. That's a 5 minute chart, structure's up. 15 minute chart, structure's up. So to trade structure, we're right on the couple of minutes before 10 there. So I'm putting this purple line on the top of that peak in there. Let me open it up a little bit. That peak right there. Put the next one under there. And again, I'm moving it across simply because you've got to keep it tight. Otherwise you've got lines running all over the place and it's really mentally confusing. Alright, so far we've got structure up. What have we got? Let's leave it for a couple of minutes while it decides what it's going to do for the day. It's clearly looking like it's pushing up. I've got my take profit today rigged at 30. 30 pips. If we look at some legs here, that leg just there is a 100 pip leg on a 1 minute chart. Next one next to it is a 65. This little tacker in here, the smallest one, is 20 pips. This leg just here is 40 pips. That leg just there is 27 pips. So we've got a fairly large moves. So I'm just repeating to myself as a daily clarification, and I do it out aloud. I am a financially successful trader. I do what great traders do. I wait for great trades. So I'm waiting for a setup here. And I'm looking at it. We've bridged this high over to the right, and now it's deciding what it's going to do. We're 1 minute into the 10 minute, which is the Aussie Open. There you go. The Kiwis might have a crack, who knows. And again, we see structure comes down, feeds into this here, seeks a little bit of liquidity, and then goes for another run up. So the next lot of structure down is in there to there. And you've got a little bit of a glitch just on that little doji candle in there that you've got to keep an eye on. So for structure to break, we need a little red line in here. Now structure has to go and stay below that little line there for technical structure to break. The next one down is just in there. Same. Sorry, one above it. The same. That's not breaching or breaking structure. Wicks don't count. Yes, they count, but they don't count in this game. We're just trading that idea of structure. We're just going along there. It's jumped the gun. We're just going to watch the nature of the candle. It's pushing up. I'm going to bring my stop loss down because I'm looking at average stop losses. And I'm looking to collect pips. I don't need it to go all the way. I just want to collect pips. Now it's pushed up and pulled back. It's still holding. And here it goes again. And I'm out. Just not going to keep driving through. It's fine. And we're in really sensitive territory. It could pop now, and that's okay. I'll just wait till the next pullback to go again long. No indication it's going to go short. And it's the very start of the day. It's 10 o'clock. I'm just simply looking at, I do my history for the day. 60 cents, yep, great, no problems. 4 pips, okay, we've opened the account. We've got 2 wicks. We've got 12 seconds left to go in this. And the second candle, this new candle, didn't break the top of that candle there. So there's some caution here. Okay, it's just, if we really magnify it, we'll find that just broke it by a .10. So there's some hesitancy there for me in the way I read the market in terms of where it's going at the minute. Each candle's got to break the next candle or the last candle. So for it to continue, like in a sense, a continuation, if it doesn't break the previous candle in the direction of the trend, then how is it then in a trend? So yeah, so okay, now it's broken. So it's continuing on, but you can see the nature of it's hesitating. Do I do a short there? No, because if I do a short, I'm not doing it one-off structure, and two, it's a speculation. Now, am I prone to speculating? Yeah, sort of, I guess so. But not here, not this time of the day. I haven't got any juice in the bank. So if I now put in another candle, another marker, now it's looking for liquidity. Where's it going to go for liquidity? Trade hungry up front, trade fat as you build pips. I could put one in here, but it's just jumped too far down too quickly off the top of an all-time high. Why? I am a financially successful trader. I do what great traders do. I wait for great trades. So is this a great trade? 5 seconds to go. No bazinga in the market. We're at $4,963 an ounce. Okay, we're pushing into a little mini pullback. Again, if we look at the 5-minute chart, that's what we're seeing. We can see it's a high, but it's broken that high. There's the structure. So for it to be on a short structure, just on the 5-minute, it's got to break that line there, and it's a long way off it. So we're going to get an early indication by looking at it here. If it breaks in here, it's on its way back. That basically this grey, reddish coloured box down the bottom here is the 5-minute breaker structure. There it is there. Same. Now we're seeing it flatten out. Little doji, indecision. It's just broken that candle again. So I see it's breaking short. We've got to hang in there. Got to move this box to the top. Up to there like so. And I'm taking it off that candle there. I mean, doesn't matter, includes those two top candles. Now if I go short, we're right in a zone here, and it hasn't closed to break and form a low. go long, it has to break the top of that candle there. It's in a liquidity box, but it's below this liquidity box, but it's in this one. So it reached down into here and then didn't push up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles, 6 candles down. We've got 27 seconds left on this candle. It's not about the close of the candle per se. It's looking at it and going, well, at the moment it's still an inside candle. It's below the top there and it's just above the bottom there. There it goes. So now we're looking short. But I can't go short effectively because that's a 72 pip drop. Does it need a breather? Might come back up to here looking roughly to that doji for liquidity to punch down. So I'd roughly put a little zone just there, and if I want to go short, I've got to wait for a little pullback for it to feed. It's broken the second one. Second red, will it stay closed below it, or is it just doing a little dig back for liquidity to drive long? The candles are starting to get bigger, so nothing holding it up. I put one on there and it wasn't the greatest idea, but it broke that candle straight away, so it's still digging down and we might be able to get a few pips out of it on its way down. We don't want a lot. We don't have to get a lot. Fed into this box in here, now it's pushing back. You can't break that. And the reason I closed that, again, you look at the bottom here, I lose 2.3 pips, 30 cents, and I've already made $2.84 off that because I'm at 19 pips. I've made 17 pips in there, and I'm not going to risk it then finding the base here and then pushing up because we're in this zone to the right. Wasn't the smartest trade in the world, but you can see how these candles are not breaking the previous candle. We've now found a little base, so this area in there, this area through here is a liquidity zone of some type. So there is a little pocket of liquidity there. Now if it breaks this, it's going to pull back a ways. So keep marking up. We've got a little area just in here, and this one, to be fair, is more what I would classify as a caution zone. So I would put my yellow marker in here, and my purple is still mostly targeted at pockets or shelves, where the yellow one is like a caution. There's something in this little space over here. So there's something going on in there. and I want to know, I want to watch it. Again, see, get out. I've banked $2.50 in there, even though I've lost one. So again, it's probability and percentages. Take the win, get out. We're scalping. If we go back to the 5-minute chart, just to sort of orientate ourselves, we've got a big jump in that space in here. Is it going to punch down through it? You know, and we pop across back to the 1-minute chart. Well, it's trying to push down through it. Let's go again, see what happens. It's feeding into it. And if it's going to go somewhere, I want it inside this wick just here. These are the trades that get me into trouble because I'm at the extreme, and put a short on now. If it can't break that, we're coming into the 5-second, it's broken it. So now we're at a shitty trade. So now we're going to watch to see if we can get out of that at a better place. Again, if you look at your 5-minute chart, this is where I'm getting quicker and faster to get out. That broke that candle. So we're back long again because structure on the 1 minute has broken long. So your structure is there, and in there. That all broke up. Should have got in there a smidge earlier when it fed down into here. Talking to you too much. And feeds into that little area just in there. Now, is it enough to stop it and turn it? No. Yes, no. 19 seconds. Now, that was a space to put the long on. Okay, new candle. Let's see if it drives up. go. Same again, we want to see green in the bottom right hand corner. If it pushes high enough, if it can break this candle next to it, we're in good shape. But if not, we might struggle. Okay, there we go. Happy to take that. High game, we're up to $5. Okay, and it keeps going. Nice. We'll just keep adding them up. That was a 20 pip plus 3, 23 pips in that last one. You can see why this trade here was bodgy ass trade, and that's the mistake that I've made, and it cost me dearly over and over, is to get in on that trade. But even in this one, selling it, you come back, it didn't break it, you can get in and I can recover that one. Same here, got out, put a couple on, right, and then trade to, where do I trade to? It's like, if I have a target, my target's got to be, or my box, if you will, target box. Nice orange. Like, contact point has got to be in there. So anywhere under there is where we had it targeted. I had it up in there. That's where we trade it to. And mastery for me is about being able to add these trades and then take them to a target way more effectively. Yeah. We're currently, if we just check our scoreboard, always have a little quick look at the scoreboard. You can see in here that, we've done 9 trades. We're on a 77% success rate. We've made $5.10. We've only lost 2 trades, which has given us at the moment 2.3 So we just poke along. And this is where we've got to get cautious now, because if I just use this box down here, we've now got a cautionary space that's maybe looking like a sideways movement. Didn't break here, didn't break here. You know, if this pops back up, it's like, okay, just quietly sit it out. Watch what's going on. So we watch our cautious space. This is where, you know, we as traders get caught up in range bound and get chewed up something chronic. So it really is that yellow zone of caution here, in my opinion. We haven't got a structure. This is a high in here. Let's take these off in here. You've got roughly a high. It's not a higher high. There's a .10th in it. But now we've got a low, not a lower low. So where are we going? This is where we've got to be a bit cautious. And we're only at 20 past 10 in the morning, so keep perspective. What have we got? Big candle, smaller candle, little candle. So we've sort of lost a bit of momentum here on where and what we're doing, where we're going. So we just got to let it tell us. They'll come to us, it'll come to us. Remember, we've got to keep repeating. Well, I keep repeating to myself personally, I am a financially successful trader. I do what great traders do. I wait for great trades. Well, where's my next great trade? I can't really go short, because that's then this mistake I made over here. It can bounce just as quickly up. So I hesitate. And then I go in. That's pretty dumb, isn't it? But anyway, it's driving down. We'll stay above the caution zone and see if we can see where it's going to go. And it was a leg down. It's broken in there. It's broken this one here. So we've broken that there. We've broken that. So we've got two. Effectively, we've got two signs. Probably could have got in a bit earlier, but when it's broken this one, we're not strong. It's going to fall away. And we're into that zone in here on the 5-minute chart where there's a bit of a void. I just want to hunt pips. I want to gather pips, hunt pips. Slowly get my eye in and slowly start to trade to target. The target is, because of this over here is above here. We've got 30 seconds left. If this breaks, it's going to feed back up into this zone here before it drops away. I would put another short trade on up in this zone up in here. Here we go, sorry, we weren't looking at it. If I would put another trade on up in here to come short. It's broke that, so I'd expect a little more till it turns. A little early, but anyway, can't all be perfect. Again, part of my practice is I take the short up here in that space there, and it's that for me is where my short is, and it gets me into trouble. This is where I get myself into trouble, going too early. My short's here, somewhere even into here. It's where I should be, roughly looking for a short. Because it's travelled up from here to here 42 pips. Now if I get in here, I've only got to come down to the top of the line. I'm currently holding 30. It's only got to come down into here to hit the 30 pips. And I'd be now in profit in these spaces, like you're 10, 12, 15 pips in profit. So, and it's that sort of a trade right there. No, it's not going to go. I'm not ready to get out of it just yet. Bottom of structure is there. Gotta let it get liquidity. If it gets liquidity, it'll then go in the direction you want it to go. And this is gonna fucking kill me. Just broken it, beautiful. Okay. Again, by putting it obviously higher, I'm in a much stronger position than where I should be. There we go. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at them. That's why this gets to be a tough game. Up here, that green or that one, good trades. This one, wrong, same as this one here, too early. Speculating. This one was fucking average, but that was okay and that was great. And then you work it through, trail it, right? So we're moving quite along. We're moving along. We're at, again, I like looking at the scoreboard. Maybe it's because I played footy, I don't know. You always look up the scoreboard just to check your position. In that case, we only lost one of those trades there. And off it goes to the races. And remember, our line of caution is where we were going to trade to down in here originally. It's above that line in there. So I just quickly do my statement, and So a little ready reckoner that I made for myself. I just cut and paste. It gives me all my stats just as a quick look. Okay, we've made $14.47. We've made 99 pips for a pip off 100. 6.6R. Account sitting at, started at 166. We're now at 181, which so far is an 8% today. It's an 8% return on bank. Nice. 76.9% win, lost 3 losses out of 13 trades. So my second ready reckoner is to go to here. We haven't brought that up to speed, so we've got to come over here. It's not going to let us for a few seconds, so no good looking at that for the minute. When that comes online, it's got to refresh itself every, takes 15 minutes or something. Hence why I have a little spreadsheet for myself. So again, just checking in, if we go across to the 5 minute, we can see in here still it's really softened off. We're holding the high of highs. This line in here is the highest like it's a record for gold. So we're not falling away from it. It's still early days. I always just put a pink dotted line in there. I don't know why. It just is. That's the high. And we're not really, so we've gone for the last 3 candles to get up on a 5 minutes, 15 minutes. It's taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles. 35 minutes to come back down, what took 15 minutes to go back up. So, and if you come then and have a look at the 15-minute chart, again, you know, not a lot going on in there. Doji. So, a lot of question marks at the moment. Okay, so again, just a quick view of Brave. This is the my scoreboard at the moment. I've made $14.50 today. There's been 13 trades. We've made 99 pips, as I said before. This week so far, I'm up to $93 profit. I started with $88, so can't complain about that. Just got to keep doing it every week. Week before was shit, but anyway, you get that on big jobs. So the stats for this week: 71% average win rate, 1.92% profit factor, win-loss ratio. I'm winning $1.62, losing $2.06, and it's 100% win rate. Okay, my Azula score is 76. I don't know really what that means, but anyway, that's what the week looks like. There, and if you bring it back and look at the R, nice little R multiplier. It's 6 for the day. 6.6. 41.96 R for the week. So coming back to the sesh. Gonna just take a break for a second. Okay, back this little leg down. That's a 74 pip leg. 3 candles. It's amazing. First candle is 30. Second candle, 37. And then this candle, current candle, is 20. Again, we got back into this, another caution box. Because it really runs across to here now. Like we bottomed out here, going back up. So if we sort of look to see what structure we're in, we're not really in either an up or down structure. So if we mark it off, keep our markings coming, you've got top of the box, bottom of the box, 2 candles, and that's roughly nearly 50 pips spread. It's like, what the fuck? Again, if I want to take a trade here, where do I look to take a trade? Can't say. I can't say whether it's up or down, so don't trade it. That's like wisdom from Rankin, hey? Gotta love that. If you look at the 15-minute chart, there's a minute 54, a minute 50 roughly to go. You're talking about the last box, 15-minute, was a doji, and this one is only marginally dropped. As you can see, it's just beaten it out by a few pips. 6 pips, 7 pips. And you'd have to think it's favouring short, but getting in up here, sure, it's 30 pips. But it can then swing and go 30 odd pips against you. So this is a good example really of just sitting it out. Just, we've seen the caution up in here, same. It's like, I guess to talking, one of the most powerful things to video self doing it and talking through it, I can start to see where I'm actually not trading what I say I should be trading. So it's like the reaction to the candle is not serving me. It's not what I say I want to do. So there's the new leg down. So top of the box in there, you know, it's got to, there's nowhere to go, and then does that. I just think there's a void underneath this caution zone, and I think if it taps it, I think it's going to drop. So suspect that this void is just there. It's a 90 plus pip void. Of liquidity, and whatever's there is in that caution zone, is roughly in there. And we're not even getting close to it. Well, we are getting close to it. We're not close, not as close as we could be getting to it. Not even sitting on it. Okay, broke previous candle up, made a this is a lower high, made a high, and now it's pushing a little bit up. Interesting. Let's get that out of the road. Doesn't mean anything for the minute. Just a bit of tidy up. big line here is 11 o'clock, which is the Asian Open, to symbolise Asian Open. Okay, we've had a little breakout. So now, what I would like to see it do is push up, and then suck back, and then push up again to form structure. I want to clean this up a little bit. It's like, just move some of these little fellas out of the road. Minute again, not really, just trying to keep some perspective on it. This candle's broken above this candle, and it's pushing into this little zone here over and above that there. So it's just giving us a bit of a perspective to keep an eye on, that we've now got a candle going up. So okay, same with the 15-minute chart. This end 15-minute candle has broken the candle before it. Again, an indication we're looking going long. So now we want to pull back, stop, and reverse. And we're whatever we are here, we're roughly 8 minutes. So I believe there's a spot just here. It's about there. It's going to feed it or not. So you're coming into this based on this little piece of structure here. There it goes. Push down, can't push any further, and then it's going to pop. That's my belief to it. Yeah. And we got this stuff on the left, it's got to work its way through. happy with that. Just take a little dig, another couple of bucks. Thanks a lot. Nice 14 pips, just under 15 pips, 14.8. Where would I expect it to go to? I think it'll hesitate, possibly inside there, maybe. Why? Because you've got the little doji over here, got that little stutter in there. It's just above these wicks. It'll push up into it, and it's got to find the liquidity to punch through it. There we go. It's just looking for liquidity. Where will it seek liquidity? It'll come back into this place in here, then push, or it'll keep going. One of the two. Again, it depends on how strong this is over here, or how much is in there. And there it goes. This game's not for the faint-hearted. Fucking suck back on me, bastard. No, time to sit it out for a minute, just to wait for 4 minutes. I'm going to get a cup of tea. You guys hang in there. And hence why you wait a few minutes for the London Open to do its little jig. It can drive down just as hard as it can drive up in the next nanosecond, so really are just cautious at this point. Big liquidity drive down to see where it's going to go to drive up. Who knows? One candle, what do we got there? One candle is 120 pips. Speculate a little. Pull that out of there. Missed that, I got out too quick. Okay, beautiful. Take that. That's a nice specky. There's that gap, it's just dropped straight through it. Take this down, no thanks. Now we just let it play out, settle and find its feet. And again, if we go to the 5 minutes, really interesting because it just keeps repeating itself the same way. If you look at the 5 minute, here it is fallen into the zone, straight into that bottom zone of structure of the 5 minute chart. That's it there. And you mark it off by the bottom of the close pink structure line and the top of the base candle. What does it do? Comes straight back into that space. It's gold. And then if you look at across, you see it. You can see it on the 15 minute. Same. Here it is here. So there's your bottom structure right there on your 15 minute candle. Same. Put a box on this little tacker in here. Hang on, I'll make it bigger so people don't go cross-eyed trying to see it. There it is there again, right? Where top of that candle, bottom of the box, feeds into it. So it's the same on the 5 minute, same on the 15 minute. And when we come back to the 1 minute chart, you can see in here, there's the void I was talking about. It's gone straight through the caution line. Now it's got a little bit of liquidity. It's finding its feet. Will it climb back up? We got a new high on the London Open. The Tokyo Open. Not by much, but little. So we've got an extra 30 pips. Now, the twist in here is if I convert this one over into here, we've got it, if you put it at the bottom of the box, top of the candle, there's your zone there. Now it's going to feed back into that and decide whether it's going to punch up or not. Can you go long or short here? Not really, no structure. You can speculate. But that is a dangerous game. And that's really not serving us very well, or has not served me that well to speculate. I'm really trying to cut that out of my game and I really just took that one in there. That one I was trying to get out. It jumped back on me, but the second one was all about into that void. It was going to suck down into that void, in my opinion, and that's what it did. So so that's pushed us up to $22.70 in profit, $22.70 for the morning session so far. That last one was a 40 pip trade. Thanks for coming, like that. And if we slip across to our scoreboard, you can see 22.70. We're sitting on 82% success rate. We've got 160 pips in the bank, and there's 17 trades. So if we just duck down to the R's, because R's are always nice, I like R's. 10.36, we've done 45.72 R for the week. And it's now 11 o'clock, or, it's 10 past 11, thereabouts. And again, just reading the structure, this is a micro read. You've now got that over in this candle here is the bottom of the pink close. There's the bottom of the pink close here, and it's looking like it's gonna fall, but it's still not there yet. And it's like, can you take a short? This is the ones that get, this is the same as this one over here and the same as this one here. No. This is dangerous here. Only taking me 16 years to figure that out. Pretty clever, aren't I, really? And again, just the ready reckon, just you slip across to the 5-minute chart, look at the wicks on the bottom. Still got a minute 20 to close on that candle, but the wicks are there. They're not follow through wicks. Look at the 15-minute, same. You got all this in here. This clearly support buying liquidity in here at the moment that you would have to recognize. Okay. What have we got? Nothing. So I just give myself something to do by updating my little ready reckoner. Which one have we got here? That's the right one. Hang on, what's the date? Today's the 23rd. That's the right one, so we need to close the other one. So we want to add the last lot of trades to it. So it's minus 2.3, 3.7. So we've got to put these trades here onto the bottom. There. Now everything tallies up. $155 pips. I think in this, again here, we're going to see it's going to fill some of this up in here. But where is it going to fill to? Now, the problem is taking a long here, we need to get a long down in here somewhere. Now that it's broken, really want a target zone down in there somewhere to take the long, if you will, my contact point. Could have been slightly early there, but there we go. I'll take that. Nice. Much smarter. Good trade. Happy with that trade. That gave us 26 pips and 17.5 pips. And put us up to $29 for the morning. Again, you got to see it, the picture in your mind coming back for liquidity and then driving up, coming back for liquidity, driving up, coming back for liquidity, driving up. Liquidity is its energy. Deal flow is the energy. It needs the energy. It won't ever just go on forever like we all sort of fantasize it's going to the moon. Well, and we don't need a lot. Scalping is scalping. You know, it's like we're trying to get all these big jumps going and trade these 100 pip trades. Well, they're not serving us. I'm sorry, it's not that it's not serving us, it's we're speculating in such a way, it's not actually what's occurring to us in the market. And if we went down and had a look in the tick chart, right in here, you're going to find the structure in the tick chart going up and down, up and down. There's something occurred there, and then it drops away, gets gobbled up. So where is our resistance zone? Well, there it is. And again, I can't think about this, oh fuck, should I take this trade or not, or hang in there or not, or whatever. I've just got to take the trade. And then you ride it out, you manage the trade. You know, and that now has moved on and travelled another 46 pips, and it's still going. You know, and you can see by its behaviour, it's pushed into that zone and it's dropped back, it's pushed up, dropped back, pushed up, dropped back. And so even on the tick chart, it's looking for liquidity, even down at that level. And as we see this sort of mini exhaustion candle starting to form, it's going to suck back. So we've got 20 seconds to go. It's going to push up a little and then it's going to drop back. We've broken structure, mini structure again, if you will, right there, and now we're long. So to go long, what do we got to do? We've got to wait till it pulls back. What's it going to do? If we go back to the 5-minute chart, you'll see it sucking straight up into a void up in this space up in here, and then what it's going to do, it's going to pull back. It needs liquidity to drive forward. Do you take a short here? Well, it's speculating how far back is it going to go to get liquidity. And there's wick to wick. There's your, if I blow that up for you, there's a great example of wick to wick. Almost, yeah, it's almost however you want to say it. Let me just put this together for you. There it is there. The top of this one here to the bottom of this one here. Wick to wick. Where does it come back to? Joins up, pushes up. It's all about liquidity. It's all about deal flow. Can you trade it? Yeah, I think I will be going forward. But I'm cautious at the moment. I'm still practicing it. You know, to get in down there and put it on, you know, you're sitting on 20 pips there. And that move back up to that point from the, you know, just in the bottom of the orange box, if you will, that's a 31 pip move. We're scalping. I'm scalping. I'm hunting those pips. It's not falling. It won't fall. Three trades there. First one's too early. Second one's average. Third one's not even that great. But anyway, I still am conviction is it's going up. It's going to kill all our profit, which is a bit rude, isn't it? We want it back up now. We want it pushing up. got out of that. Lost a buck because those two are a little bit higher than I expected, but anyway. The other thing is that if, like the scalping, you'll never get what you see. It'll always give you less, the cheating fucking bastards. But anyway, gotta love them. Without them, we couldn't do what we're doing. Been a mistake. The reason I took that trade there is because you've got a big wick in there. It hesitated and broke this one, the candle beside it. And again, if you go to the 5 minute, and not that I'm trading the 5 minute, but I'm using it as a ready reckoner, you've got this up and you've got a big wick up in here, and it's just not pushing up into it any further. It's not driving up. So we're back down into this zone in here. If you're going anywhere, it's like it's still fading off for me and my liking of that. So that's why I got in on that one there, put a few on, get out early, score well. They all 13.9, 12.6 and 11.9, all nice little scores, right? And again, we're back into this funky flip zone where it's like, what is it doing? I don't fucking know. But we're still making hay while the sun shines. And again, to be fair, that buy and that buy were sloppy. They were too early. It was an exhaustion candle, and this just got me out of the trouble. But again, I'm not truly trading what I say I'm trying to trade, and I am committed to trade what I say I'm trading. And there's also a part of me that's in there speculating that has also served me reasonably well. Like that served me well. That didn't serve me well. Where, this pulled back, got in, buy, great, look how far further it went. It was doing the right thing. There's another 80 pips in that. And that's where I'm committed to keep developing. Like this one over here, that's a 40 pip trade. Thanks for coming. And it still had, on the base of it, is still another 35 pips travel. So it was right, as was that one in there. They're driving down, it's a collapse. Get in, go. Again, let's just ready reckoner it. Check here. 26. We've got a few in here now. these to it. Sorry, I keep forgetting to bring the screen back. I do apologise. Just highlight these. $34.10, 233 pips, 15.56R. Started with 166, it now at 200. That's 20.4% return on $134 on 166. Yeah, it's a good little morning. Why? Because it broke underneath it. Not enough. A little bit too early. Come good. And it's going to go to about here. Nice. That's 18.3 pips. And it's still going. Coming up 11:30. So the average win, which is really good, is 17.08, which is 15 for me is 1R, so it's slightly over 1R, and it's slightly under 1 point, whatever, not quite 2. So I'm happy with that, and 81% success rate. Nice. Okay, just a quick ready reckoner, same as seeing the spreadsheet. You've got $36.80 equals my Wednesday 36. That was a good day. 40 trades, 250 pips. Well, I've got 36.8, same, similar, 27 trades, 81%. So it's almost 10% more win. And for the week, it's $116 on $88. Got to be happy with that. And as we do, we flick it across to R and go down here, 16.78, 16.53, so we're just slightly in front there. Nice. Back to trading. And with that, I might call it a day. I hope you get something out of watching or listening to this video. So talk to you soon. All the best.